Going to see now by Yerushalmi Simplified, Daf 48, Mem Ches, Maseches Peah. Hoya Oimed Be'ir. A person is standing in a city, V'oimer, he says like this, Yedei ani, I know for a fact, Shepe'al M'shechechem Oimer M'makom Ploni. He knows, he's imagining that probably he was in the field already, he saw what's going on, he says they're probably going to forget that particular bundle. And they really forgot it. Shichcha. It's not considered. So the owner, when he remembers of this oimer, he has to stand in the field. He can't be in the city while he says that. The Gemara brings it down in Masechta Bava Metzia. If he's in the field while he says it, then it's okay. What does it mean? He has to be close to his field if he wants to be zoich on a metzia that ran. The Gemara says, let's say a tzavi, some animal, a wild animal came into his field, so he has to be there in order his tzvi shover, the Gemara says, something happened with the deer, and then it stays stuck in his field, so it can only be zoiche if he is close to the field. If he can if he's going to run after this deer, he cannot reach it, so it doesn't matter even if it's close to his field. Rabbi Now we go back to our Mishnah. The Mishnah says, if it's covered with straw, it's not Shichcha. If all the bundles are closed, and you forgot this bundle, really everything is covered, so you can't use that as an excuse because everything was covered. You see that if for you everything is covered like a blind person, then there is Shichcha. The Mishnah only excludes it from Shichcha because this particular bundle is covered. You're talking here, very interesting pshat, he says. Why is, if it's covered with straw, it's not Shichcha? Because the fact that it's covered with straw, that means didn't really forget. He remembers that he has to take the straw. Ask the Yerushalmi Kifshuto. K'modar Zera Oimer is K'modar Zera Oimer bezoiche eser elyon. Can Yerushalmi Oimer bezoiche eser koshim. K'modar Zera Oimer, just like Zera says, zoiche eser elyon. So if you have two bundles and you forgot the bottom one, but not the top one, the same if you zoiches a koshim that's on top, the straw, it's on top of the bundle. That's not considered Shichcha. Zoiches a koshim, since you remember the kash. Zoiches a koshim, v'rak shochach sheyesh tachtov oimer. Allah Chazayin. Hama'ame lekayvois lekumsois lecharor lo'emer. So there was a certain style that people did like this. First they gathered together small tiny bundles. They made a certain shape out of it, like a hat, or a different type of a hat, or a cake, or a bundle. And then they took this bundle, let's call it, they took small bundle A, B, C, D, they made it into a big bundle A, capital A bundle. And then they make a capital B bundle, same thing, from A, B, C, small ones. Now you have all the capital bundles, and then you take these capitals and you gather them again. So we say, while you're doing these small bundles, a small letter A, B, C, ein le Shichcha, because you're still planning to do again a recollection and take these bigger ones, the capital ones, into gather them and put them into the threshing floor. If you, this final stage, the stage that you take the bigger ones and you want to take everything to the threshing store, place that Shichcha. Hama'ama legadish yesh leShichcha. Many legoyren ein leShichcha. If you're ma'amer to make a huge pile, yesh leShichcha, then that does apply. Many legoyren ein leShichcha. So here, the guy collects everything to make a huge pile of it in the middle of his field, but then afterwards he decides it's not a good place to do the threshing, so let's go take all these huge pile and transport somewhere else. But that's not Shichcha. That's a simple case. That's going to be your final destination. That's the ratio of the Mishnah. So that's why there's Shichcha only that's actually the safe of the Mishnah. The goyr. The fact that you're carrying it somewhere else, you decided it's already finished, you just want to do the job somewhere else, that's not Shichcha. That's the ratio of the Mishnah. This is not Gemara Malacha, because you start making small, as you said, from the small A, B, C, making a capital A. That's in the Shichcha. And then you take these capital letters and you want to bring it into one huge pile, then the Shichcha. Yoina Omar min la'el. Choiva means that it widens up like a hat. Like you used to have certain hats. Today we still have such hats also that are very wide. They slant towards the top of the head. They widen out. Lakum sois milera. It means the other way. It mila'el, top is wide, milera, and bottom is wide. Halayhu kamus imadi. It's hidden. The bottom part is hidden. So that is a certain type of pile that it's mainly the bottom is wide and then it thins out in the top. The harara galgal. It's like a roll, a cookie. Cookie is round. That's how they made the shape of that. They took a few small stuff and they made it into a cookie, and then they collected all these cookies into the goyim. What do you see? It's talking about the final kotzer and the Shichcha. So Oim means you're not planning to do something again. This is if you still take these piles, these bundles, and then you're not collecting the bundles now. You're just taking these bundles in one place, and then you're taking all the bundles and different to make a goyim. So the first time, there's no Shichcha. We'll start Perik Vav. Meshama Oimrem Hefker Anim Hefker. A person can be mafka only for the poor. No, you cannot make Hefker only for poor. It doesn't help. Not a machloik is b'sham basil. Kol Oimrem Sod shel kav kav. Ve'echa shel abos kav. All the bundles are only one kav. That's a small size. Normal size of a bundle is one kav. One of them is a huge, a bar kav. Remember, a sa'ah is 6 kav. This is 4 kav. It's quite big. Shammai oimrem and Shichcha. So Shichcha. It's a very big size, so it's a machlekes. Peah b'shem abiyechon tamayid b'shamai la'oniv lageh matam adlim tazev. Oisam yesh l'cha ziv tazev oisam. It says L'oni v'lagei. Ma'atam L'oni v'tazev oisam. It says in the Torah L'oni v'lagei tazev oisam. Why do you have to use these words? Yesh l'cha ziva acheres kazu. Ma zu l'ani v'le'ashirim. Afashnem v'makom ach ani v'le'ashirim. We see that the Hefker, the concept of Hefker, can work only for poor people. Just like this, the Torah says, Yesh l'cha ziva acheres kazu. Omer Shimon ben Lakish tamayu de besil, and the Tishvatena, at the Metash, the Yesh l'cha tisha acheres kazu. Ma zu be'ani v'le'ashirim. You find that somewhere else in the Torah, the concept of Hefker should be similar to Shmita. Just like Shmita is for everybody, of Mashanim v'mokam acher, you find somewhere in the Torah Hefker be'ani v'le'ashirim. So doesn't Shammai bringing good proof? Taziv oisam. So he says no. Adarab, it means miyut. Zu lani v'lashim. Mashna mukam acha bein lani v'lashim. Ma'akayim b'Shammai tan v'silu. Shetenon tashto miyut. Ze bein lani v'lashim. Mashna mukam acha lani v'lashim. So each one says the other pasuk is adarab. It's a miyut. Only here we find such a concept. So we see that the idea from Beit Hillel was to learn from Shmita. Even Shammai agrees that doesn't work. You can be mafker laniyim, not lashirim, but not the other way around. Just give it for the animals means you're giving it for the people that actually don't deserve it. You're giving it for the goyim, for the shirim. That's for sure totally the wrong direction. So even Shammai would agree it doesn't work. What does the machlek? Why? The loy medam alei the shvius. Rabbi Glick says it doesn't have to be similar to Shvius. That there's bal in Hefker Hefker. Omar lo befeish b'dig Rabbi Glick Omar Hefker Hefker. Shema look Shama in Hefker Hefker. So what is the question here? If you gave it la'adam adarab, you gave it for the right person. La'niya oisayir avaloi la'niya echeres. So what's the question? So here it could work if you don't say that it has to be exactly like Shvius. The Shlokish says very strict, it has to be exactly like Shvius, according to Basil. According to Rabbi Yochanan, no, that's not the point. It doesn't have to be exactly like Shvius. Rabbi Yochanan says, it doesn't say Basil Svara. So we can just argue the Hillel only says if it's laniyim v'lo lashirim, then it doesn't work. But if it's laniyim oisayir, maybe it would work. We don't know. Shimon Lakish says clearly it has to be exactly like Shvius. Omer Rav Machia Hefker laniyim v'zachu behem ashirim taflukte der meive b'yosi. Interesting question. What's the halacha Hefker laniyim? So according to Shammai it helps, right? How about the usher was over, he didn't follow instructions and he took it. It's Hefker. It means yes, the usher is a ganav, you take it out, but the Hefker is still chal. Interesting. Even the loy also the shuz zoicha and his battle Hefker v'choiz the shuz balabais. Very interesting. According to Rabbi Yossi, he holds that Hefker only goes out from shuz bailim when a person is zoicha. So here, since the wrong people were zoicha, then we say ein Hefker. The whole thing turns null and void. Null and void. That's how Yerushalmi learns. It's interesting halachic, but that's what comes out from the sugya. Okay, so we just did now 48 and 49. Daf 48 and 49. Beit Hashem is both 48 and 49.